me.
Yeah, well, the reason I started with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at the time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings, they would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Kevin.
I can see the bruises. And the Clippers starting 5. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubats in at center. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. That shot missing, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Beverley, the pass to Morris. The feed to George. Over McCollum. Kicks it out to Leonard. The tray. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Lillard. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Leonard.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Anthony on the wing. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Leonard. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Beverley against Lillard. And Beverley kicks to Leonard. 13 feet away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
You know, every coach should show players game tape of how he just boxed out right there. Great job with the footwork and using his body to step to the rebound.
Now, here's George. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. And there's the pass to Beverley. Three-pointer. No good. Shot missing. Lillard surveying the D.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Well, Damian Lillard and his commitment to not only the way that he wants to play and wants to improve, but his commitment to Portland and this city and this franchise has been nothing short of remarkable.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, I love to watch Lillard play. He's from the Bay Area. That's where I'm from. Did you know that, Kevin? I mean, I'm a Bay Area product. We could talk more about that later. But he's fearless, heartless, and he usually saves his best for last. It's Lillard time in the fourth quarter.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Now, you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Leonard, no luck. Brent, you think about Lillard's value not just to the Blazers, but to the entire community of Portland, Oregon. Outstanding.
Always great, Kevin, to see a superstar take it off the floor and want to make impacts in the community. Lillard has been amazing at the job that he's done here in Portland and has stayed committed to where this franchise wants to go and trying to bring a championship to the Northwest.
Yes, that goes in.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
He also had 2 blocks that really impacted that game, guys. He really made his presence known.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's George for 3. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, that three-pointer's got to fire up George and the entire team.
Zubats against Nurkic. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Beverly against Lillard. Passes to George. Over McCollum. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Clippers trail by 6. Beverly looking around. Up top, Zubats. The 3 from George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Now, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Offline with his 3. LA's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pass to Morris. On the wing, George. And here is Zubats. And here's Beverly. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Morris, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Well, he's just so good as C.J. McCollum at when to put the ball down on the floor and penetrate to the inside.
Now, here's George. He's got 8. Beverly with the ball. Outside, George. But they get it back. Here's Beverly. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by Paul George. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Well, he knows how to score, and he does just that. Don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
Lillard. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 6.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here is Morris. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And stolen by Lillard. Wide open look, and he gets the bucket. Now it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. Do you see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the Summer League where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. Yeah. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
So, for the Clippers, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubats. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco. He's off on that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Little kicks to Lillard. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Shamet.
Who's got ball?
Back to Jackson. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Morris.
Grab the board.
Los Angeles with another miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Trent, guarded by Green. Trent can't hit.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And it's on a bounce to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. Second in rebounding, second in blocks, and he's right there among the most efficient scorers in our league, third overall in field goal percentage.
And again, look what he's done so far this season, wiping the boards clean, ranking second in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort. Now, here's Shamet. He had 10 points in the win against Golden State. George, that's a two-pointer, and it's off the back rim, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now here's Little. Still getting warmed up offensively, no scoring yet from him.
Look, I know everybody wants to play point guard, but when Whiteside starts to do it, look out.
Clippers trail by 9. Now Shamet. They need this one. Here's Morris. Portland grabs the miss.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Good. And it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Outside Jackson. Lets a floater go, and stolen by Lillard. Here's Little. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
That free throw missing. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Now here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Simons. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Rebounded by Jackson. Clippers trail by 15. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter, and he comes up with the deuce.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Simons. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
To the inside, here's Whiteside. It's good.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Trailblazers lead by 17. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
Way to grab that rock, Michael.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Marcus Morris is out there with Green, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Little passes to Trent. Shoots over Shamet. That one wide left. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles, down by 15. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Here's Morris, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
This is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much claimed that in-between game.
There's the pass to Whiteside, over Green. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. He's definitely been getting it done since the All-Star break. He's putting up about 17 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Here's Morris. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Passes it to Simons. Here's Azania. The shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
No shot.
To the paint, wants to get it back to Whiteside, and does. And he makes the bucket,
That's
gets the
good.
whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
One shot.
Well, the bio says 7 feet and 265. Whiteside usually finds a way to get the shot to go despite being hit, thanks to those numbers. Incredible strength.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Morris. Leonard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
And the game plan against the Blazers the last few postseasons has been trapping Lillard and McCollum and forcing someone else to beat you.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt.
Leonard, no luck.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Beverley, and the rejection by Collins.
Good job, Collins inside, quick off his feet.
Anthony, the pass to Simons. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside Leonard. Shamet finds Leonard. Beverley with the ball. Pass to Zubac. Takes a three. Collins grabs the miss. Here's Simons. Defended by Beverley. Pass to McCollum. The dish to Anthony. Fires from 14, and he connects with the jumper. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A Melo special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
Leonard attacking. No good again that time.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
He scores, and he's off the schneid with that basket. 1 for 7 on a tough night for him.
You got to do your best to root and push and shove Kawhi Leonard outside of the paint. He's just too strong and too skilled on the inside, and then he starts to get comfortable.
Clippers trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
In the corner, Shamet with it. The Clippers rebound.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Here's McCollum. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
And the Clippers call time here.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Lillard's checked in for Anfernee Simmons. Let's take a moment now to check out the top scorers around the league. Fifth on the list, Damian Lillard.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Clippers with the ball. It's a 16-point game. And Beverly kicks to Zubac.
Stay on it. Watch the pick.
Up top, Leonard, covered by Anthony. Bucket is good. Leonard's got his second basket.
And you know he's so good coming off the pick and roll, but what do you have to take away? There's so many ways Leonard can hurt you offensively.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Clippers. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Shamet. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively, blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a big.
Both ends of the floor, I totally agree. To the inside, stolen by Beverly. And there's the pass to Zubac. And here is Shamet. He's guarded by Nurkic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You go back to 2015, the Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons, where they've placed in the Western Conference.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Shamet. Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisitions.
Interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Deep 2 from Anthony. Offensive rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, you have to be careful when Nurkic attempts those kinds of shots. He's very skilled at drawing contact.
And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Jusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20-25-5 game, the Bosnian Beast, making a name for himself.
Free throw good, Nurkic. And so, Brent, you and I know the legend of Nurkic. Back in Bosnia, a sports agent read an article about a huge policeman, 7 foot, 400 pounds, and this agent tracked down this policeman and asked him, do you have a son?
Well, that son is Jusuf Nurkic, the guy you're seeing out there. And 14 years of age, Jusuf Nurkic had never played the game of basketball. So the agent took him under the wing, and the rest pretty much history here, Kevin.
I like that story. Outside Leonard. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to McCollum, and McCollum with the slam.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate, good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Down by 15. A three from Leonard. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
McCollum, no good. Clippers trail by 15. Looking to get it going. Nurkic with the block.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Beverly finds Zubac. No good on the shot. Now Portland takes it the other way. And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
Fires for 3. Again, McCollum missing. Clippers trail by 15. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
To the middle. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly. 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, this is something that you really want Pat Beverly to improve upon when he's distributing the ball. He's making everybody better.
Chalk up 2 there. 13 points for C.J. McCollum.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. And stolen by Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Inside. From 12 feet out. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. .151 left in the first half. Pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Beverly against Lillard. Uncovered. Green with the rebound.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
And the pass to McCollum. Lillard against Beverly. The 3 from McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Leonard. Yep, that one goes. Leonard's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
And it's Lillard missing. Clippers trail by 11. And here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes it to Leonard. Fades. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
17 seconds left now here in the second. Lillard with it. He's got 11. From deep. They get it again. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Carmelo, you got some real numbers off the bench in the first half. How important is that contribution to the team?
Well, I mean, we always believe that we have one of the better benches in the NBA, and when they come to play like we're playing so far, you know, it makes it a tough game, makes it a tough team to beat, and you know, just hopefully we can keep that up.
I'm sure it puts confidence in you and in the coach going into the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. C.J. McCollum was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
C.J. McCollum, one of the more creative scorers in the league, Ernie, just has that feel for the game. Can carry your offense just like he did in the first half.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better, into a better rhythm in the second half, and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And it's Beverly missing.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
From the top of the key, it's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Collins has got rebound number 5 here tonight, and the basket by McCollum.
I feel like the team right now is accepting the fact that C.J. McCollum is on fire, so they're looking for him on possessions in the half court.
Leonard looking over the floor. Pass to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And a moment now to see the numbers for McCollum. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. 6th in scoring, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Clippers trail by 14. The shot by George, wide open. Drills it from outside. George has got 17.
Well, Paul George just felt out the defense there, and because they weren't close, he could just pull up.
Back to Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Trailblazers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
2.
And he makes the first. That one misses. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. A 12-point game. Pass to Zubats. On the wing, George. Lets it go from deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4. And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's Leonard. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Shooting 1.
And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
George finds Beverly. The pass to Morris. Can't hit that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Leonard against Anthony. High post shot. The Clippers grab the miss. Now here's Beverly. No points in the game yet for him. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Portland the foul. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
No good on the free throw.
And Beverly just motivated every night to get out here, to play, to compete. He hustles and wants to make it really tough on anybody that's on the opposing side of things.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And here are the Trailblazers now. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Pass to McCollum. Now Lillard, covered by Morris. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 5 assists in the game.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
When he came into the NBA, Kawhi Leonard wasn't the most refined player, but something in Spurs management and with the work of the coaching staff, they found a superstar.
Paul George with the steal. And Leonard has it in the corner. Los Angeles with another miss.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Here's McCollum. Great touch on the 16-footer. McCollum's got 26 points.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Here's George. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Simons surveying the D. But he recovers it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Clippers trail by 20. George passes to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Outside George. Pulls it from 20. Clock at 6. And it's in off the backboard. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, you can depend on Paul George to shoulder some of this offensive load. There are times where this team can turn over the reins to him, and he capitalizes that time.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They trail by 18.
Yo, watch it.
Outside Jackson.
Hey, yo, right here, right here.
Dishes it to George. Over McCollum. Launches a three, and that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Collins.
No.
It's McCollum with the drive.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Two.
That free throw, no good.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCollum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now, Kevin.
So he comes up empty at the line.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat, Greg, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
The Trailblazers have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Anthony.
Well, Melo undoubtedly still the leader of this team in terms of when they need to calm it down and they need some offense. He's the guy they're going to look to score it.
Both free throws good from Anthony. Clippers trail by 17. Pass to Zubac. Ball's knocked loose. Here's the break. Here's Simons. Drops in the breakaway layup. Simons has got 4 points in the quarter. Los Angeles has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Zubac kicks to Leonard. George against McCollum. Here's Leonard. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Kicks it to McCollum. Jackson deciding where to go with it. He gets that one. 10 points for Marcus Morris.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Great D that time from Leonard.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Paul George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Think about Paul George in his second year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
Now Jackson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. George, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Simons, the pass to Hazania. Here's Trent, guarded by Green. And that one goes long. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. 17-point game. And that one drops. George has got 23 points.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Pass to Trent. There's the three. Morris with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Green finds Morris. Now here's Jackson. Hazonia defending. Shamet the pass to Jackson. 6 to shoot. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. And the wide open shot from Morris. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Morris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Simons. And he makes good on the layup.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Feeds it to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
Here's Simons. He's got 8. The pass to Hazania. He kicks to Whiteside. 5 to shoot. Here's Simons. From past the arc, the three-pointer is right on target. Simons has got 9 points now in just the second half. Down low, here's Morris, and it's in there.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Simons. He's got 11. Passes to Little. Here's Trent, defended by George. Here's Simons. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by George. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 27.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And it's Simons missing. Clippers trail by 11. Pass to Green. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Left side, George. Morris dishes to George. The second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. He has 29.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers, a skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Hazonia kicks to Little. To the wing on the left. From deep three-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
And Paul George instincts right there, just taking over that possession. He's using his length right there to take away a lot of airspace for the shooter.
C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Portland Trailblazers. A grand total of 28 points for him in the game now. They have no answer for him defensively. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Clippers trail by 9, and the Clippers, looking at who they've got, we've got Reggie Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's Morris in at the 5. Off target from the baseline.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
And here's Beverley. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. It's hauled in by Trent. Pass to Whiteside. Count the basket.
You have to do a lot of things defensively to prevent Hassan Whiteside from scoring. He is just an Adonis out there. Look at that body, and still gets those shots to go like he did there.
That's tipped. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Trailblazers leading by 15. Now the pass to Simons. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Nurkic. Shoots over Shamet. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Passes it to Shamet. Lillard against Zubac. Back to Shamet. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Leonard. Will it go? The rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Beverly. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly is going to come at you every night, just an inspiring player that way, and daring the defense to get physical with him on that play.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Beverly. Both free throws good from Beverly.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
McCollum finds Anthony. The shot by Lillard, wide open. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got assist number 5 here tonight. Clippers trail by 20. Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. The pass to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lillard against Beverly. Shamet with the steal. Outside Leonard. Beverly the pass to Shamet. Morris inside, working on Collins. Count that one. And that's now 17 points for Marcus Morris.
And just a smooth jumper, something Morris entered the league with, but now he's hitting it with more consistency.
Now here's McCollum. He's covered by Shamet. Stolen by Beverly. Shamet with it. Passes it to Beverly. Now Leonard. Back to Beverly. Pass to Shamet. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Leonard. From deep. They get the rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Morris. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Here's Shamet. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Lillard way outside. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Over in the corner, Beverly fires the 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverly's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, there's some confidence right now in Patrick Beverly's game. He's got the green light, and that time took a little bit of a quick opportunity and nailed it.
Collins kicks to Lillard. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Lillard's got 16 points here in the second half. Beverly the pass to Zubac. Morris outside. Pass to Shamet. Lillard against Beverly. From deep 3-point range, Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
You don't see Jack.
Lillard outside. And the rejection by Zubac. Lillard against Beverly. Kicks to Leonard. The pass to Zubac. Clock at 6. And here's Leonard from 3. The rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Got that bucket in no time at all. 29 points for Lillard.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Bounce pass from Beverly. From the corner. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Lillard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. An easy 2 points on the layup. Lillard's got 33 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight. Just a little bit off in the first, but he's been anything but that here in the second quarter. Really impressive to see him turn it around like that.
And here's McCollum for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
Lillard against Beverly. Teardrop shot. And the rejection by Zubac. Now, here's Beverly. And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
Inside, here's Morris. Doesn't go for him. Collins with some nice D. Trailblazers leading by 22. Pass to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Beverly against Lillard. Nurkic in the post. Lillard dishes to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. Over Anthony. Leonard, no luck. Portland's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Portland.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Damian Lillard.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Zubac's the pass to Morris. Shamet with it. Shot from the top of the key. No good off the back of the rim. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
With the fadeaway. Nurkic can't hit. Now Beverly. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.